you ever felt so sleepy that you just wanted to hit the snooze button again and again? Well, let me tell you a story about a little rooster who felt exactly the same way. This is the story of Koki, the rooster who loved to sleep in. In a tiny, peaceful village, nestled among green hills, lived a rooster named Koki. Now, Koki wasn't just any rooster. He had a very, very important job. Every single morning, just as the first light of dawn peeked over the horizon, it was Koki's duty to let out a mighty cock-a-doodle-doo, to wake up the entire village. He was the village's official alarm clock. The farmers, the bakers, the children, everyone relied on Koki's crow to start their day. But here's the thing, Koki really, really loved to sleep. He adored his cozy nest, the soft straw, and the sweet dreams he had every night. Waking up before the sun was, to him, the hardest job in the world. He'd often grumble to himself, "Why me? Why can't the sun just wake everyone up?" One particular morning, Koki's eyelids felt heavier than ever. The first gentle rays of sunlight tickled his feathers, signaling it was time to. It took a tiny peek outside. It was still dark and quiet. He yawned a big, wide yawn and thought, "Oh, just 5 more minutes. What could happen in 5 more minutes?" He snuggled back down into his warm nest and closed his eyes. But as you might guess, those 5 minutes weren't just 5 minutes. They stretched and stretched, turning into 10 minutes, then 30, and before Koki knew it, a whole hour had passed. Suddenly, Koki's eyes flew open. The sun wasn't just peeking over the hills anymore. It was shining brightly in the sky. Panic set in. He jumped out of his nest and let out a hurried, croaky cock-a-doodle-doo. But it was far too late. The village was in complete chaos. So, Farmer Giles was running around his farm in a frenzy. "Oh no, the cows haven't been fed. They'll be so hungry," he cried, tripping over a bucket. In the village center, the baker's shop was still closed, and a line of grumpy customers waited for their morning bread. And the children, they were scrambling to get dressed, wolfing down their breakfast, and grabbing their school bags. "We're going to be late for school," they shouted as they rushed out the door. The whole village's perfect morning routine was a mess, all because their alarm clock had decided to oversleep. Just then, Koki's best friend, Benny the duck, waddled over, quacking with laughter. Koki, he chuckled. "Your morning crow is a little late, don't you think?" "It sounds more like a lunchtime crow," Benny meant it as a friendly joke, but when Koki saw the chaos he had caused and heard his friend's words, his face turned bright red with embarrassment. He felt a heavy weight in his heart. He realized that his small act of laziness had created a big problem for everyone he cared about. He looked at Benny, his head drooping low. "You're right, Benny," he mumbled sadly. "I was lazy. I promise, from this day forward, I will never oversleep again. I will be the best, most punctual rooster this village has ever seen." He meant every word. The next morning, Koki didn't wait for the sun. He woke up while the stars were still twinkling in the sky. He did some little rooster stretches, took a deep, deep breath, and puffed out his chest. Then, with all his might, he let out the most magnificent, spirited, and proud cock-a-doodle-doo you have ever heard. His crow echoed through the hills, clear and strong. One by one, the lights in the village houses flickered on. Farmer Giles woke up with a smile and went to feed his happy cows. The baker started his ovens, and soon the delicious smell of fresh bread filled the air. The children woke up on time, had a relaxed breakfast, and walked to school with plenty of time to spare. The whole village was back in harmony, running smoothly and happily. Everyone was so grateful to Koki. Koki stood proudly on his fence post, watching the village come to life. He felt a warmth inside him that was even better than his cozy bed. You learn a very important lesson that day. Our responsibilities matter. When we do things on time, we not only help ourselves, but we also help everyone around us. Being dependable is a wonderful way to show you care. So the next time you feel like hitting that snooze button, remember Koki the rooster and how good it feels to start the day right. Thanks for listening to our story today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fun tales. See you next time.